Hey guys, real quick before we get into the video today, I just wanted to bring to your attention, I do have a TcgPlayer Store that I sell pretty frequently on here. If you guys come to my store, MatthewCodysCards, you'll see I have several cards up here for sale. Just reach out to me and let me know. If you guys are interested in anything like that, you can message me on YouTube and just say, hey, I'm interested in this card you have, and maybe we can work out a deal or something. I also have an eBay store where I do sell pretty frequently with like deck cores and play mats and football cards and stuff like that. So just reach out, guys. Please enjoy the video. Peace. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. True Knight here. So finishing up recovering from the fractured wrist that I had finally. I have movement in my wrist, except for some reason my middle finger can't bend all the way, so if you guys pray or wish, whatever one, please send some luck my way and I can heal up quicker. Still dealing with this, but it's been about a month. Hopefully it all goes well and I can get back in the gym and lift and everything, but yeah. Sorry, random thought to bring up, but somebody had asked me in a couple of videos ago how I'm doing, so anyway. Today is my final prediction for a ban list for 2024. First of all, these are my thoughts. I'm going to give you my thoughts on what I want to have happen, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on what could possibly happen based off of, like I said in my last video, a conversation that I've had with the Colorado local community about the ban list and all their thoughts. There's a lot of players in Colorado who are traveling to a lot more bigger events. I think we have the best player in the world right now in Landon Oliver. Dude, props to you. 2 YCSs back to back is insane. I've had this conversation with multiple people. I don't think there's even a close second right now. I think you're far and away probably the best player in the game right now. So shout outs to you representing Colorado and all that, man. It's crazy to see how far you've come. Brennan Beckman, owner of Ghost Gaming, dude went out to Valona and took top 32. We got guys like Conrad, Ben Smallman, we got guys like Anthony King, we got guys like I said, Landon Oliver, we got all these guys, LeBlanc, we got all these guys who are just insane players representing Colorado. So pretty crazy to see all that. So this is off conversation that I've had involving these guys in it. Not directly, like one-on-one, but just listening to their thoughts as well and casual conversation and stuff. So it's what I've brought together. And then what I'll bring up at the end is my wants and what I want to see on the list. So starting out, a card that is a very hot topic is Shifter. Right now it's currently unlimited. It's at 3. It's going to be a menace next format too with Malice, because if Malice can drop this and you don't have Lancia or Imperial Iron Wall, Malice is just free roam. And it's just kind of like Ritual Beast 2.0, but it's stronger, in my opinion. So, what do I think needs to happen? Preemptively, I don't think anything's going to happen in 2024 to Shifter. I think it's going to remain at 3. However, I think you are on the hot seat for 2025. If Shifter goes off next format with Malice, because we all predict Ryzel is just going to power creep the hell out of Snake Eye Fire King, but Malice just comes in and becomes the clear-cut second because of Shifter, Shifter is on the chopping block. So that's just my thoughts on that. Will remain at 3 for now. 2025, we'll have that conversation then. So next up is the question of Snake Eye. What does Konami want to do with Snake Eye? So here's what I brought to you in my last main list is, does Konami want to make Ryzel and Malice the clear-cut contenders for next format? Are they it? Or do they want a third deck, which would be Fire King, Snake Eye, Azamina, whatever that deck is? I think they're going to keep it this format. And I think that they're going to let it marinate and see what happens. So I don't think, I said in my last video that I think that Snake Eye is going to get the X. And I don't think it actually is this time around. I think there's a lot of interest of, can with the limitations Snake Eye has right now, can it compete with the Fire King stuff, with the Azamina stuff, against Ryzel full power and Malice full power? Can it compete? In my testing, I get my ass kicked by Malice left and right. I've gotten to a point where I put Crossouts, Shifter, and Called By in the side because of that deck. And I also side deck Lancia. Some people say that it's worth maining. I'd rather just side it. So it's really a question of, can it step up to those decks? And we're going to find out. I think it'll be fun to find out. The next question, which brings up Fire King. I don't think that Fire King Kieran, which some people are talking about, is going to get hit. I don't think that's the case. And another one I want to bring up, let me actually put it in here now, because a lot of you guys have talked about it, which is funny, is Cashier. So a lot of people are up in the fence and have their panties in a bunch about Cashier, Unicorn, and Fenrir, and that they're a menace. It's just a small engine you can supplement into the deck and make it 10 times more powerful. I don't think that's the case. I think that these guys are very fair at this point in the game. I think that we have a ton of hand traps, you have a lot of negations, you have a lot of powerful engines in the game right now. I think that Kashtira is fine, especially in the way it sits right now. This guy's not around, so I don't think we need to worry about it. So I think that Fenrir, this goes for Fenrir and Unicorn. I think they can stay at 3, no problem. Plus, we haven't even gotten our quarter centuries of them yet, which I highly believe both Unicorn and Fenrir will be in quarter century Stampede. Rarity 4. In April, I think that both those cards will be in there, so you can get your quarter centuries, and then they'll ban it. So, that's my thought on those talks. Next up, I want to talk about Floodgates. I really want to see Anti-Spell, and I really want to see Skill Drain go. I just want them to go, because I am sick of seeing people in matches flip these cards over left and right and just insta-win. I just think it's degenerate, it sucks, there's no skill expression, and I'm ready for these kind of cards to go, because we're in such a heavy hand trap format and worried about so many other things. The last thing you need to not think about is, oh, what if they flip Skill Drain? What if they flip Anti-Spell? Like, come on, man. There's so much nuance to the game and new engines and mechanics and things like that we're working with the Charmies, with the Purge, the Dominus cards, with the extra deck now, with like how Ryzel is going to become that rank 4 toolbox, or how Malice is going to incorporate a new Cyber deck that just never stops. Like, really? Do we got to worry about these Floodgates too? Come on, man. So, that's my thought process on that. I wish these would go. So does the community in Colorado. A lot of people, you have a couple of lab players who are like, no, I want these in my deck, they're mained, yada yada yada, which cool, I get it, but the rest of the general basis is just like, yeah, these can go, would be just fine. So, that brings up my last Floodgate question, and I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with D-Barrier. Specifically because of Ryzel. Like, Ryzel is going to be your new, big, powerful deck, but do you want to give players who can't play it or afford it a budget option to stop it? I don't know. What does Konami want to do? Do they think that... Because if you get rid of this card, you are opening the gate to Ryzel completely and in every way. If you keep this card at 3, you at least have a chance for players going first to make Ryzel players feel a little hesitant, So my thought process is they keep it unlimited. Keep it unlimited. Next up is the Thrust and Talents conversation. A lot of people in Colorado are saying that Thrust is going to be insane next format. And I could see that because of D-Barrier, things of that nature. What do I think? I think it's time, and it sucks, and I said this in my last ban listing back in September, but I think that either both of these or one of these will go to, one. And I don't know which one or how they're going to do it, but I think that either one or both will go to one. If you do it like that, that's cool. That's totally fine to me. It makes it very, very fair. Or you may just see something of this nature, which is kind of weird, but at the same time works. But this is my prediction, is one or both of these will be limited. So, runic cards, I haven't even heard from them this format. I don't really see a need for it. So, neither does the community. The Feat Smith engine, I don't see a need for it yet. It's just Adventure Engine 2.0. They never hit that. I don't think they're going to hit this. I think that it's time, like I said in my last banlist prediction, I think it's time for Bonfire to get the Rota treatment. If Reinforcement in the Army is at 1, Bonfire should be at 1. If anything, Rizal players, this just opens up 2 more slots for you to incorporate non-engine, 7th Tachyon, something of that nature where you can make your deck more consistent. But having this at 3 just kind of seems unfair with Rizal at full power. My thoughts on it, I guess. Hank, I think it's time for you to come back to 3. Give us another utility card to work with in the meta. Then my card that I want to come off the list is Dreaded. I really, really, really want to see Zoo come back in some form. It's been forever. Zoo is a heartfelt, loved deck, and I don't know, I just think it's okay. I think this could have come back like 6 months ago. But here we are at the end of the year, still discussing this in 2024. A lot would have to happen to make Zoo competitive, but it could be that thing that you just add on at the end of your combo and you just have a Dryden pop, which is pretty nuts to me. So I want to see that. And then last but not least are what do I think is going to happen with Tenpai. A lot of players are saying that it's time for it to get the axe, it's time for it to go, they're sick of looking at it, it's so degenerate, yada yada yada. Dude, Tenpai is there as a budget option for people who don't want to go spend $1,000 on a deck and still compete. And you either have it or you don't. You can stop Tenpai's engine pretty easily. A simple Imperm, a Ghost Ogre, Ash. It's pretty easy to stop Tenpai. What people are pissed off about are the board breakers. They can play Shifter, and they can play Dark Hole, and they can play Raigeki, and they can play Harpies. They can play Droplet. Cool, I get it, yada yada yada, but that means then that Konami needs to maybe limit some of those. Tenpai itself is probably one of the weaker engines in the game. So I think that Tenpai can stay put for now. If it gets degenerate next format, sure, but I don't see it beating Rizal or Malice. And damn, right now it struggles to even fight or contend with Snake Eye Fire King now. So who knows how it'll compete against Snake Eye Fire King and Azamina when the new Azamina shit comes out in 2025. That's why I think it can just stay. Now let's get to my wants. I want a trade back. I am sick of it, and I want to trade back. I want to play Sword Soul again, so I want this card to go back on the list, and I want this to come back to 1. It's been, what is it, 8 months? It kind of just sucks for Sword Soul right now, and this is not the answer for taking this away. So can we just stop messing around? I feel like you can't have both in the format, or else players will just be way too salty. So just give me the one and get rid of this. I'd much rather have a powerful going second card than a powerful going first that just gets shit stomped by Imperm, or even this still loses the Imperm, but it at least has a chance against board breakers like Raigeki, Dark Hole, and things of that nature. But I'm just sick of this trade. So I'm ready. I want my Baron back. That's my thoughts. So, final thoughts on the ban list. I don't think there's going to be a lot of changes. I think there's going to be very minuscule changes, like what I have here. Ultimately, I think we're just kind of in for something like this, like something small like this. I don't think we're in for anything big. I don't think, and I could be wrong, I think we'll see a lot of unlimits like they did last list, where just a lot of useless moves to make moves so that people don't sit there and say, well, they only made a few moves. Ban-worthy, I don't really see anything right now that's ban-worthy, unless you're on the other side of the fence where you think cashier cards need to be banned. But I'm not. I'm not on that. I don't agree with you guys on that. So, there's nothing that I look at and just go, that card needs to be banned. Yeah. I don't see anything that warrants that right now. So, who knows how we're looking in 3 or 4 months, but right now I think we're in for a small list, and I think this is going to be a list more about what comes back possibly. Does something crazy like Tearlament come back? Does something crazy like Zoo come back? Does what do you call it? Masterpiece? Does Masterpiece come back? Does something crazy like that come back? But I think we'll see a few limits. I think we'll see a few cards get limited. Just to kind of balance things out for when Rizel comes out. And then we'll just kind of have to take it from there. So this is my final prediction. My final prediction on the ban list is I think it'll be mirrored to what we had last year, where we'll get an announcement like December 19th, and it'll be in effect for January 1st. So that'll be it for me, guys. I hope you guys actually listen to me in this video and don't just skip to the end like a lot of you guys showed you did last time, because a lot of you guys went to the end and were just like, I can't believe you're an idiot for thinking this and la da da da. Even though in my video I clearly stated at the beginning, like, hey, this is based off of a community of people that I listen to and what their thoughts were. This ban list is more my thoughts, but my previous ban list video was my community's thoughts, and you guys came in and tried to shitstorm me saying I'm an idiot for thinking that way. I'm sorry you can't waste your time to listen to somebody at the very beginning of the video say, I want to make this crystal clear. These are not my thoughts. This is what I listen to people say. And so, please understand that these are from what I've seen, this is what I think would be a fair ban list right now. Because you're not hearing the community say a lot of, this card needs to go and this card needs to come back. Yeah, you got people like me saying I want Baron back, but that's just because I want to play Sword Soul. So, that's kind of where we're at right now with the game. So, anyway guys, please like, comment, subscribe, be kind, be respectful. If you're degenerate in the comments, I will happily kick you out, but I'll say it now, thank you for watching so that I get views. And, yeah, here's to seeing what they do with the ban list in December, if anything. But yeah, that'll be it for me, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Hello.
Yes, let's go. Come on. Level heavy metal, let foot up on the pedal.